You obviously come back. I mean, what's this fall camp been like for you? What's kind of your mindset, I guess, going into the year here?
Fall camp's been good, been great. Mindset's just been the sharpening communication and execution in the situational football and all that. So.
How much in year two do you just feel different, more comfortable, whether it be just the offense, your surroundings, everything going into this year compared to last year?
Yeah, I feel a lot more comfortable with everything, and I'm getting better every day. So I'm enjoying that.
There's a lot of experience in that tight ends room. What's the competition like between you, Tyneil, and Riley?
We make each other better every day. We push each other. Competition is always at a high level because we're all dialed in, and we've been having a good time with that.
At this point in your careers, have kind of roles been defined? Is one guy the receiving threat? Is one guy the better blocker?
That's a question you'll have to ask Coach Potter or Coach Plow, something like that. Yeah.
You go into that room. How different is it this year than maybe last year? I mean, there's a lot of experience at the top of that depth chart. You obviously have experience in the program. How different does it feel walking into that room this year versus last year?
It feels different. We definitely have to step up as leaders because we have so much experience, and we got to bring everyone along with us, and I think we've been doing that so far.
How would you explain learning the tight end position at Boise State? Is it more complicated than other areas? I mean,
well, I'd say the tight end position anywhere is always second. I would say second to the quarterback because you got to know all the offensive line calls. You got to know all the receiving routes. You got to communicate with them, and you got to communicate with outside with the receivers. So, yeah, it's difficult, but it's rewarding. All the motions and stuff, and you're making the defense adjust to you.
So why not just play quarterback and get all the glory?
Right. If I could throw, maybe.
Tim Plow's talked a lot about, in the offseason he needs to use the tight end room more. Do you feel like this year in fall practice you guys were used more?
Yeah. We're going to have the opportunities, and we'll be ready for them when they arise. And, yeah.
We talked to you late last year about how excited you were to play in your first bowl game, and then it didn't happen. How motivated are you by how last year ended?
Very motivated. That's still haven't been to a bowl game yet, and that's definitely a goal I've always had. And it's a team goal, and we're all motivated to get there and get it done.
Obvious question. How do you try to use your size to your advantage?
Well, you just got, being 6'7", DBs are not usually very tall, so you got to use your size in the pass game, and then if you're one-on-one with the linebacker, they're not usually as quick as tight ends, so you can use your advantages there.
Whether it be the tight ends or even the receivers, we heard in the scrimmage that there were a lot of explosive plays in the passing game. Do you think last year you guys didn't throw down the field a ton. Do you think that might be more something you guys can have the skill set to do or ability to do this year?
Yeah, for sure. We've had a lot more explosive plays, and that just shows how dialed in everyone's been and how they've taken advantage of their opportunities, and we're coming down with them and making the big play when it's needed.
How have you noticed Hank this year compared to maybe last year? Is it any different for you?
Hank's always been, dialed in. He's very consistent with his effort and his communication, so you know what to expect from him every day.
Tim Plow, back at the beginning of fall camp, mentioned, maybe later in the season it felt like you guys had to kind of hang in protection more than maybe they kind of wanted at times too. How much, again, kind of an obvious question, but how much more explosive can the offense be if you guys are allowed to go out and be another threat in the passing game?
So for a lot of we'll have to be in protection some, and sometimes we'll be out on a route. So we just got to do what's best for the team, what they need at that time. But yeah, it'd be great to get us out.
You stand next to the tackle a lot of times looking down the line, and when you're in there blocking. Where do you think the line has gotten better this year? What did they do better this year?
Communicating, talking. Everyone's loud, pointing out things pre-snap is very important. And they're just more together and doing a good job.
You've been in, 2 programs now. What has Coach Kagi brought to you, and how does he kind of keep everyone energized in there?
Everyone loves Coach Kagi. He's just a presence, out on the field. He always brings the energy. People, want to make him proud. They want to do everything they want to make what we did this summer count in the season. So doing that.
Does he have to like chug pre-workout before he goes out and starts yelling?
Nah, it's all natural. It's all natural.
Okay.
Just wakes up with it.
Nate Potter, not a guy who played the position, but has coached it for a little while now. What's your relationship like, and what have you learned from him so far?
He's a very smart coach. He's involved in a lot of areas. We've learned so much from him. He's really good in meetings. We're all engaged in meetings at all times, and our technique has just gotten a lot better from him. And he always has good tape to show us.
He's probably not that much older than you. I mean, has that made it easier to kind of relate to him and connect with him?
Yeah, definitely, for sure.
You ever have to line up across from George Tarlis, and if so, what's that like?
We do line up against George. He's a physical presence. You got to bring a little extra when you see him lined up on you. He's very quick off the ball, very strong with his hands. So, yeah.
We've heard that he's led the team in sacks, throughout fall camp. In 7-8 days, you no longer have to worry about being the guy that blocks him, I guess. How much of a difficult presence do you think he'll be for your guys' defense?
Yeah, he made us better this fall camp, and I think it's going to just help us moving forward. And he's going to be a dominant force for this defense. So I'm excited to watch.
Outside of George, who's been the toughest guy to block?
Him and Dimitri, obviously, very difficult, but they all bring something different to the table.